now I'm starting to engage with what I call small-time YouTube. That means YouTubers who make their YouTube videos and say their YouTube video things, and they have a few subscribers, a few views, and all those kind of small metrics on their YouTube channels and their YouTube products. And I think this is brilliant because small-time YouTubers have more time to engage with other small-time YouTubers. And guess how YouTube started? With like a small gaggle of people talking to each other like they were people. And they used, cleverness and their own versions of artistic whatever and silliness and creativity. And it turned into big-time YouTube. So some of these people were celebrities. A few of them still are, celebrities either off of YouTube or on YouTube. I think some of them, close to the beginning, are still, having their followings, which is very different than being famous, I think. I think that it's like having friends around the country, around the world. Again, that's because we have time to reply to each other. And what I want to start doing to anybody who's listening to this, which would be like 3 or 4 people, is, are you interested in doing a collab, a collaboration, where we somehow make a video together, or we send videos back and forth to each other, similar to Vlog Brothers? I'm pretty sure the Vlog Brothers were not the only people that did videos back and forth. I think I've seen, back in the day, back in the 2000 earlies or whatever, people saying, what do you think, to each other, and then somebody would make a reply video. I just think that's something I want to experience and invite people into. I am a very philosophical nerd. Some of that came from my training in mental health, and that I'm very much of a novice in philosophy, the process of philosophy, but I do understand a lot of ways of valid argumentation and logical fallacies. And I also had to do research to get a PhD, so I understand a bit about how to, create a valid research study and set up a hypothesis and a null hypothesis and do statistics and that kind of thing, which I'm not that good at anymore because I don't practice it anymore. But the point is, the stimulation that came from being with those people and being in a program where they're, disciplined and all kinds of things were there. I learned to become quite skeptical and doubtful, but interested in being convinced of things. And I've always wanted to be like one of those guys in old movies in France that were wearing their striped shirts and their berets and arguing with each other and calling each other idiots over cups of coffee every morning. You know what I mean? That, to me, just sitting there arguing or agreeing with people is a thing. I like the idea of that being a YouTube thing. And I didn't invent this, so I don't know why I'm saying that. I'm trying to make it, I feel like I'm asking for something that sounds silly, that a million people have asked for and haven't gotten. But anyway, just very purely simply, if you're an asshole that disagrees with me, or an asshole that agrees with me, if you're a cool person that agrees with me or a cool person that disagrees with me, I'd like to have a chat. If you look at my channel, you'll see that I've done a couple of conversations with other people. And what I did was I failed to repeat that. There's a person out there who may be watching this, who knows who you're talking about, who lives in Germany, that I haven't gotten back to you about another conversation. I'd love to just have a conversation with you about something meaningful and put it on the internet. And maybe even have you be able to put it on your channel too, which is not done as much as it used to be. But I think there have been times when people would both put the videos they were both in together into, onto their own channel. So it's a way of building up a lot of, you can get a lot of subscriptions because people who feel the same way you do and feel like they're a small-time YouTuber can subscribe to each other. We can maximize our viewership by getting more and more people in this pod, I guess I might want to call it. This pod of people who try to get along with each other and actually be truly social on YouTube. Again, there are response videos where you're making your own video and then we respond to each other's videos. But there are also videos where, you get on Zoom together and you're both talking at the same time together. There are interview videos. I have a mental health counseling website called Jim Porter PhD Counseling. I think I called it Mojo Dojo, but now that that's been used in Barbie, I think I'm going to just call it Jim Porter PhD Counseling or Winning Harmony Jim Porter. It'll probably be turned into Winning Harmony Jim Porter PhD Counseling. I used to want to separate the two, but I don't give a damn, whatever people thinking about me. I'm asking this, I do my videos in earnest. I try to put out my beliefs so people can consider them, whether it's professional understanding of the way humans work or larger philosophical and political and economic understanding that people really argue about it and want to kill each other about these ideas. I want to be talking to people who are just willing to talk about this, and I don't care where you live. Thank you very much. Leave a comment. You can like or subscribe. You can probably try to @ me or something too, so we can have a private conversation or whatever. But anyway, either way, I could talk to you personally via Zoom or anything else that it works cross state lines and cross country. Bye bye. Thank you.